This is the story of the ultimate dream. Man's dream. A dream of escaping from the confines of his own planet. A dream of freedom within his own universe. A dream of reaching the stars. The first frontier was Earth's gravity. Their first target was to reach the moon. Powerful rockets soon challenged this frontier. However, another barrier soon faced them. The restriction of traveling at the speed of light. For many years, research was undertaken, until man's ingenuity created jump gates. These devices allowed spaceships to travel many millions of light years in one leap. Now, man's exploration of new systems and universes could begin. Colonization of new planets was difficult. Adverse planetary conditions, difficult terrain, and the shipping of materials made building difficult and very expensive. Again, research and invention supplied the answer. A powerful robot was created to terraform the planets and construct colonies. Once the terraformers had completed their work, the colonies were ready for man to live in, and many settlers traveled to new lives among the stars. As the years passed, man spread through many different star systems. But during this passage of time, the terraformers began to develop their own intelligence. They began to think for themselves. Secretly, they began plotting against their creators. Suddenly, they turned and attacked, plunging man into the most deadly and destructive war ever fought. Man's far-flung colonies were taken by surprise. Many were destroyed in the first attacks, and soon the terraformers were preparing their final attack on Earth itself. Only a small group of brave pilots saved the Earth from annihilation by tricking the larger terraformer fleet into chasing them through a hidden jump gate. Both fleets disappeared, never to return, and the jump gate was destroyed. It took man over 500 years to recover from the destruction wrought by their attackers. 500 years in which man once again was confined to his home planet. But the dream never died. For 10 generations, scientists struggled to regain the stars, and eventually a new type of spaceship was created. This ship, better known as the Experimental Shuttle, is the first ship in which it is possible to bridge vast interstellar distances without the use of a jump gate. The prototype is now ready to be tested.
Hello, everybody. I checked and checked and checked this thing over and over and over again this morning, making sure that everything, excuse me, making sure that everything was going to run perfectly. And it was. I mean, this morning I even did a dry run, recorded it instead of streamed it, and it worked absolutely flawlessly. Coming to it to do the big reveal, the big, you know, day, the big, you know, the actual thing. Nope. It's a foregone conclusion that I can do as much prepping as I want, as much testing as I want, I can do everything absolutely right, but when it comes to the boom town, it's just gonna all completely break. So that's a great way to start off the stream. Right. This is X Beyond the Frontier. It was released by Egosoft with the publisher THQ, I think, in the year 1999. So if it looks dated, it's because it is. It's, I suppose it'd be coming up to 24 years old now, I believe, if my maths is right. It's... After Frontier Elite 2, there really wasn't that much choice, and I didn't know about Frontier First Encounters. So, the only real choice you kind of had was some... I don't know. There wasn't really any choice for space games. So when X Beyond the Frontier came out, and it gave you a lot more freedom than Frontier Elite 2 did. I mean, it's a megabyte game on a floppy disk. What can you ask for? When it gave you more freedom than Frontier Elite 2 did, it was a game that my father and I really wanted to have and really wanted to check out. Unfortunately, even though we thought we had a pretty good graphics card, it couldn't run this computer. It melted the damn thing. I think my dad had to get a better graphics card just to be able to run the game. It is incredibly janky under Windows 11. So much so that I can't alt-tab out the game. I can't risk pressing the Windows key. Or I can actually lock the Windows key, so that's not a problem. Otherwise it will crash, and 9 times out of 10 it will take the whole computer with it. I've had a blue screen of death already from this. I've had a fair few crashes, and it always happens with alt tabbing. So with a stream channel that is constantly prone to technical difficulties, this is going to be fun. Anyway, let's start a game. Hopefully you can hear it, because I can't adjust the audio if you can't.
This is Mission Control to X-Proto. All systems are go and we are ready for launch in T-minus 20 seconds. All stations stand by for launch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch. Launch completed. Systems, report. All systems are go. Comms.
We are online, loud and clear.
Medic.
Vital signs are good and normal.
Acknowledged. All stations stand by for prototype test procedures. Okay. X-Pilots, let's do the standard procedures from the top. First, the basic acceleration-deceleration run to gauge the engine propulsion capacity. Initiate acceleration by pressing the accelerator button or use the throttle control in your controller. Do not attempt to touch any other controls in your accelerator. In order to conclude the test, you need to accelerate to maximum velocity. Ready? Countdown to acceleration. 3, 2, 1. Accelerate.
Turbo.
Nice work, pilot. We have our readings and we can proceed to the next step. Commence deceleration by pressing your deceleration button or use the throttle control in your controller. Countdown to deceleration.
But he done it.
3, 2, 1. Decelerate. Well done, pilot. That concludes phase 1 of our test procedures. The next test is basic maneuvering and navigation. It's designed to make the pilot feel comfortable with the steering and to obtain physical feedback of the usability of the control design. This craft is equipped with a 3-axis control device. This allows you to steer the craft up, down, sideways, and to rotate it counterclockwise and clockwise. All these controls are, of course, also available through your joystick, where applicable.
I've never been actually able to strafe with this, so
We will commence with the actual maneuvering procedure.
at least not to my
in 60
knowledge.
seconds.
I can turn. Of course you can roll. Obviously up and down and all of that, but move the craft sideways. I don't actually know how to do that. I've got 100 credits. Nice. Weird. That's Earth over there.
Target now locked. This ship hosts the command of Earth's space fleet. Its heavy protection.
Time's up, pilot. It's time to proceed. I hope you have the time to accustom yourself to the controls. The maneuvering test will begin at
Partly
coordinates
damaged.
103-45. You will see the location marked on your radar. You can see if the location is above or below you by the lines attached to the dot. Please proceed to the maneuvering site and we will commence the test run.
But basically, they're going to have me run through a course of rings,
Turbo engaged.
which is, I mean, fun. It's not. I have no idea if I'm any better at this now than I was when I was younger, because when I was younger I used to crash into them all the time, and it will make you start again from the beginning if you crash, so...
Situated along the maneuvering route. All stations report.
All bio readings are still normal, sir.
All communication systems are operative. We are detecting slight turbulence in starboard engine, sir. Nothing vital. We suspect solar winds to be the cause of interference. Systems are go.
All right. All stations stand by for the Kessler run. Pilot, this test requires you to pass through the Kessler rings one at a time in sequential order. It's important to stay in the middle of the rings, as a collision with the devices will require us to start the run from the beginning again. If you encounter difficulties in maneuvering your craft, you can decrease your speed to give you more time to react to directional changes in the run. Attention all stations. Kessler run countdown commencing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Alright. Well, otherwise it's pretty straightforward. I appreciate the graphics might look a little bit basic. Oh yeah, definitely standard tutorial stuffs. But yeah, I appreciate the graphics might look a bit basic, but at the time this was pretty cutting edge. I mean, certainly when compared to Frontier Elite 2, which was released only 6 years prior. I mean, Frontier Elite 2, you got blue space. This is black space, so, you know, there's your improvement right there. I don't mean to dong on Frontier Elite 2. It's a good game. I really enjoy Frontier Elite 2. But what I'm planning on doing with the X games, start with X Beyond the Frontier and basically work my way through the Egosoft catalogue. I might dabble a little with X-Tension, which is the next one after this one. The problem is X-Tension doesn't actually have much in the way of a story as far as I'm aware.
Great job, pilot. That
And then
was a
on to
successful
X2
run.
and beyond.
Now let's move on to the third part of our test. Our third test will take us through the functions of the HUD heads-up display. The X prototype is equipped with a powerful targeting system connected to the onboard computer. You can target objects in space by maneuvering your craft so that the objects you wish to target appear within the proximity of the crosshair directly in front of you. When that is done, press the target button to receive basic information about your target. To receive extended information on your target, press your information button. The onboard computer will provide data stored in the internal memory circuits relevant for your target. We have placed a number of remote-controlled drones in your close proximity. Maneuver your spacecraft to their location and target them one by one. You can toggle your target to the next object in view by pressing your toggle target button. Once you have a drone targeted, press the information button. The test will proceed when all drones have been targeted and examined.
Target now a remotely controlled drone used for pilot training. It can contain equipment or other objects which are set free on destruction of the drone. Target now.
Well done, pilot. The next step in our procedures will be to launch the ship's remote-controlled camera probe. Locate and target an object. Thereafter, press your camera launch.
I wonder what happens if I
button
just
to launch
decide
your
to
camera
destroy
towards the
one.
target. The image will be projected directly onto your retina, and you will therefore not be able to see your cockpit and surroundings. Use this feature with caution, as you might accidentally collide with any obstacles while viewing the camera images. You can rotate the camera probe around the target object either counterclockwise or clockwise by pressing the rotate
They
camera
don't
left,
care.
rotate camera right buttons. It is also possible to zoom in and out on the target object by pressing the zoom camera in, zoom camera out buttons. Have a go. While your camera is launched, you can press the toggle target button to move the camera to the next nearest object. You can
little
interrupt the camera
drone.
transmission
Like it's
by
got little
pressing the
ears or
normal
something.
cockpit view button. This will also instruct the camera to return to your ship. All stations, I need a sit rep.
The bio readings are fine and normal.
Communications are fine, sir. We are still experiencing some
Oh,
abnormal
waste of
readings on the starboard
drones.
engine, sir. We are currently checking the
Just
software
blown
for
them
any
all
problems.
up.
I see no reason for aborting the test procedures, sir.
Very well.
I'm only
Reports
salty
are
because
logged.
I wanted to do
All
it.
stations proceed. Now for the fourth test in our procedures, pilot. These procedures will take us through the
If I
ship's
fire on the
system.
command ship, I get a
Each proto is
scolding.
equipped with the most powerful laser cannon ever developed and 2 zero-gravity designated missiles. These weapons are mainly designed to
I think
destroy
if you
space junk
piss them off
before
enough, they threaten with assigning me to some kind of research
To fire
station in
missiles, press the
Alaska.
launch missile button on your controls.
Like, don't threaten me with a
Trying
good
us
time.
now as the missiles haven't been fitted on your craft yet. First step in the weapons procedure is to locate and target an object. We have placed remote-controlled drones in the close surroundings. Find them, target them, and shoot them down with your laser. Good shooting, pilot. When they're destroyed, some drones will release a small cargo container. You can target these containers to get information about the contents and pick them up by opening the cargo bay when you're very close to them. Remember to close your cargo bay in case you don't pick anything up, since your shields will be down. The X-Proto is very vulnerable because of this. You open and close the cargo bay by pressing the Operate Bay button. If the contents of the container are specifically designed for the X-Proto, they will be automatically fitted. If not, they will be stored in the cargo bay. It is possible for you to eject cargo from the cargo bay. Cycle the cargo marker by pressing the Shift Cargo button, and press the Operate Bay button to eject the marked cargo.
Alright, dude. I got this. You're asking me to destroy a target. Yeah, I got this. Kind of.
Beluga missile.
That's interesting.
Shields critical. Cargo bay.
Congratulations. You just picked up some missiles for your craft. They'll now be fitted automatically and you can use them to shoot down the next target. To use the missiles, you need to have a target lock on an object. Once an object is targeted, launch the missiles by pressing the Launch Missile button. The missile will automatically home in on the target. However, if the missile runs out of fuel before it hits the target, it will self-destroy. We'll now launch some drones which can only be destroyed by missiles. They must all be destroyed for the test to proceed.
Oh. Damn it. I can get more missiles for free.
On command ship.
Not that it's gonna matter. Anyway.
Target now locked on drone.
Whoops.
Turbo engaged.
Okay, yeah. I see it. Up here.
Target now locked on drone. Target now locked on drone. Target now locked on.
Well done, pilot. The weapon system seems to be working just fine. All station status, please.
We are measuring a slightly higher pulse.
Oh,
Just the excitement, I guess.
I think I'm locked
Bios are
out.
go.
All signals are loud and clear. Nothing but the usual static. Comms are go. We are still debugging the engine analysis software, sir. There are some readings which simply cannot be true. It must be a problem with the software. Hold on. My team has just told me they found a small problem in the data evaluation code. The problem should be fixed. We're doing an engine simulation. We expect to be go in 1 minute.
Very well. Pilot, I assume you already know this, but official procedures require me to tell you once again. The X-Proto-Starcraft is equipped with a special space jump device. It is a technology derived from the ancient jump gates made by our ancestors hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, it's not going to last 5 minutes in my hands.
To travel from point A to point B in a matter of a split second. If this technology proves successful, it will change the way we humans travel forever. We have fed the onboard computer with...
Oh, please, I can't even stream without technical difficulties. I don't think I'm going to be able to handle a starship capable of going FTL speeds.
What is the situation with the
Oh, without breaking the damn thing.
The simulation and the results are back to normal, sir. A small miscalculation that didn't take solar winds.
Foreshadowing.
Systems are go. Unless you feel we should double check.
No, there's too much at stake. We can't afford to delay this test any longer. All systems...
Oh, we need to do more checks. No. Just get that fucking pilot out of here.
Commence countdown on my command. Pilot, your orders are to initiate the jump when the countdown reaches 0. We will monitor the whole procedure and we can abort immediately should any problem arise. When the jump initiates, it will take the device 10 seconds to reach the energy level needed for the jump. Then you will instantly find yourself at the destination point on coordinate 263-84. Ready? All stations stand by. Engaging jump procedure in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Engage.
Jump device charging at 10%. 20.
Here we go.
40. 50%. 60. 70. 80. 90. Jumping.
Adrenaline level rising. 1.5 over normal. Pulse is rising. EEG steady. EKG normal.
Static increasing. We are losing signal. There's magnetic interference. Countermeasures applied. They are not working.
Hello, Dozel.
Computers look good. Oh my god, there it is again.
Told you it wouldn't last 5 minutes.
Doesn't look good. Can we get a fix on the problem? The what? Mission command. Systems here. Abort jump procedures. I repeat, abort jump procedures. Doesn't anybody hear me? Abort! Abort!
Alert. Ship systems malfunctioning. System check initiated. Shields malfunctioned. Laser broken. Ship hull critical. Conventional engine working. Weapon systems out of order.
This is what happens when you let a streamer who can't even get a stream going without technical difficulties fly a ship. I've been waiting all day to crack that joke.
Are being hailed. Audio channel contains unknown language.
We have a communication problem. Please repeat.
Universal Translation Computer.
Yeah, that wasn't any better, mate. I don't understand you. Please repeat.
I think we have language compatibility now. I am the captain of the Teladi Company's Spaceweed ship Phoenix. We are asking questions. We can
He does now, Dozel. Identify yourself. Who are you? Identify as a Nebby, okay. Fleet test pilot rank number 501X. I mean, that was going to be obvious that it would mean nothing to an alien. What is going on?
We are scanned by Teladi Phoenix.
Tell him you're his mom. So here's a good opportunity to find out who the Argon, Xenon, and Split are. So let's go ahead and do that. What is Xenon?
Why do you claim you not know Xenon? The evilest curse in the universe.
What is Split?
We are experiencing diplomatic difficulties with the Split race.
I am from planet Earth and I am lost.
We know nothing of this place. We must investigate more. Stay where you are whilst we scan your onboard computer files.
We are scanned by Teladi Phoenix.
You tell truth. Where is this place, Earth? We know not of it.
This dude is about as helpful as a broken bridge. Well, of course, he's doing it for free. If you're into Star Trek, the Teladi are, well, lizards for a start, but they're equivalent to the Ferengi. Except I think their gender roles are reversed. I think the males stay at home and the females are going out earning a profit. It's very likely that we're actually talking to a female Teladi at the moment. I think... I don't know if the male Teladis are brown and females are green. I don't know if that's canon. I just roughly know that the Teladi gender roles are kind of reversed. So, planet Earth, the home of mankind. Because he wouldn't know anything about, or she wouldn't know anything about that. It's in the Sol System. Surely you know the Sol System. Everybody knows the Sol System.
This planet is not in our known universe.
Have you been hiding in an asteroid? Coordinates, that's probably a good opportunity, but the thing is, coordinates to us and them are going to be different.
Our star maps have no coordinates for such a place.
I don't know, when you can see the image, I don't know if you can see it in the top left corner of the image. But there's this sort of flickering tail in the top corner. I think that's their tail. It's headcanon that it's their tail, but when it comes to like X Rebirth and X4, I think you actually start seeing a Teladi up close. Their tails are really small, but it kind of looks like a tail because it's flickering and everything. It's moving like one. What is this system called? He's already... No, he hasn't. Let's ask.
You are in a Teladi Captain space sector of the universe.
That wasn't helpful. You're in the Teladi Company space sector of the universe. I mean, which one? How did I get here?
I have no idea. Our navigator claimed you just appeared in front of us.
Ready for some space racism? How do I get back?
I suggest you get back the same way as you got here.
Oh. What am I doing here? I was supposed to go to completely different coordinates. Why? I mean, why are you asking this poor Teladi Captain? He's not gonna know.
Your ship doesn't have any shields. Our sensors tell us that your ship is going to explode in a few minutes. We will put a 1 megawatt shield into your ship. That will cost you 3,000 credits.
Because they're Teladi. What? Do I owe you credits?
Of course you know. That is a standard charge for Teladi scanning.
What is the Teladi Company?
Teladi Space Company controls this space sector.
How many other races live here?
Captain of Teladi Company's space fleet ship Phoenix speaking. As I said, that will be 3,000 credits, please.
I mean, they know I'm from Earth. I know I'm from Earth. Or they know I'm from a weird place. Why are they going to assume that I've already got their currency on them? Oh, I should stop doing this. Look, I like this game. I love it and everything, but I can still poke fun at it. I have no credits. Actually, you got 100 credits on you. Or you had. Can't you help me for free? My ship is malfunctioning. Let's ask if they can help me for free.
You do not understand the importance of profits. Are you sure you're not from Argon?
Oi, quell it with the racism, dude. I do not know what you're talking about.
That is no excuse for non-payment.
What do you suggest?
I suggest compromise. We lend you 100 credits so you can trade. Later, you pay back the cost of the shield and this. 3,500 credits altogether.
So they're going to loan me 100 credits, and they're charging me a further 500 credits on top of that. Suppose I just go fly off.
Even if you manage to navigate, our fighters will hunt you down.
Now, this is actually untrue, and I have seen in the past a number of walkthroughs that say if you try to leave the system that you're in, which is called Seizewell or Seizewell, the Teladi will turn hostile to you, and some people go, no. It doesn't happen then. It only happens if you leave Teladi space, then they go hostile. They're both wrong. You can actually go ahead and do the game to a certain point and come back later and pay him back. You don't actually need to pay him back straight away, and you can certainly leave Teladi space, including the system. So, people have gotten this wrong, and the game has even gotten this wrong. I could prove it, but without a singularity engine time accelerator, which basically speeds up time, this whole stream will basically be me getting out of this system, or rather out of Teladi space. I exaggerate a little bit, but it is very slow. In fact, the next couple of hours are going to be very uncomfortable. So what do you mean even if I could navigate?
Computers can choose. You have no weapons, shields, or navigation equipment.
How do I navigate?
We will help. Stand by whilst we download information to your shipboard computer.
Do I have to pay extra for the information?
Consider it an act of friendship from the Teladi to a stranger. But we warn you, do not abuse our friendship.
What are you downloading to my onboard computer?
Information you need to survive.
Can I trust you? I don't have any fucking choice.
You have no other choice. You'll die out there.
Receiving upgrade information for database.
Now you have knowledge to begin your trading.
How do I get started?
You buy and sell.
I don't need to. What? How much is a credit worth?
Credit is worth as much as you can get for it.
Where should I go first?
Leave here and travel to nearest factory. Begin to trade.
Where do I start?
Now, make money. Get yourself a base. If you run into Xenon, you will need a weapon.
What are the Xenon?
If you see them, you're dead already.
What type of factory?
Many factories produce many different goods. But factories also require goods themselves. Go trade, make credits. Fly to the closest equipment dock. You can buy all kinds.
The equipment dock's actually on the screen. It's just below the star.
Companies, Spaceweed, Ship Phoenix, wishes you could profit.
If I try to ask any more questions,
How can we help? We will not give you more information until you repay your debt.
they're not going to help me any further. Right, well then, sensibly, the only thing I can do starting off with is turn my 100 credits into a little bit more. Do you see what I mean by it is painfully slow to start off with? Now, there is a turbo function, but it eats your shields and shakes the screen something chronic,
Critical.
which is exactly what I meant by this is going to be an uncomfortable couple of hours. Yes, but we do need to make bank. Now, I can get quite aggressive with trading. To say like I'm going up to... Whoa, slow down, buddy. Slow down.
Power plant beta.
Alright, so let's have a look. Yeah, they got a good stock. let's say if I'm about to go to a solar power plant and there's a trade ship heading there as well. The problem is if that trade ship takes all of the all of the energy cells, the price is going to go up. So I try to, while they're docking, I try to always aggressively fly in, violating just about every safety standard imaginable, just to get a better price. I can get quite petty with it, actually. Okay.
Connection to local trading network.
5.64 credits an energy cell is very good.
Used throughout the whole known universe. Insufficient credits. Energy cells bought.
Now, with credits, you could do something that's a little bit cheaty by editing the save game file. Now, my past me, I'm going to put up a video that's going to play for a few minutes. It's going to walk through the process of it and explain how it works and so on. Well, yeah, and I'll be right back. Take it away, past me. Thanks, future me. I'll try to keep this little instructional brief. You can edit save game files that X Beyond the Frontier makes, but you need some information first. The save files are numbered and ordered by the number on the list, but the number starts at 0. So this is save 3, 2, 1, 0. We're going to edit save 1, but we need more information still, so let's load it up. As you can see, we have 6,108.47 credits on this save. Typically, you'd take note of the amount of credits you have after you save, and I find it only really works when there's a decimal point because at some point the decimal point disappears. You need to take a note of it after you save because saving in this game costs 10 credits. After you've taken note of it, you'll want to exit the game. As this is rather janky under Windows 11, I'll just crash my ship and just exit through the main menu. Once you are back into Windows, you'll need to load up your calculator app and switch it from standard to programmer mode by doing this. Then you need to write the whole number without the decimal point within the DEC function of the calculator. So in our example, 6108.47 becomes 610847. Then press the hex function to get the hexadecimal number, which in our case is 9521F, and copy it to your clipboard. As you can see, we have multiple save files, x0, x1, x2, and x3.save. We also have x99.save, but completely ignore this. I think it's just an index file or something. As our save was in the second slot and the count starts at 0, we want the x1.save file, as its slot 1 is x0, slot 2 is x1, and slot 3 is x2, and so on. Drag your save into a hex editor such as HXD, which I personally use for other things day to day. Don't be intimidated by this complete gobbledygook. It is just binary represented as hexadecimal. We're going to need to find the hexadecimal code we converted in our calculator, so let's just use the find feature. It is important to switch to hex values, of course. Now, you can't just paste this in and just try to search for it, otherwise this will happen. The reason why is because we have an uneven amount of characters in our hexadecimal code. It is expecting an even number of characters, i.e. 2 digits, 4 digits, 6 digits, 8, and so on. What we need to do is add a 0 to the front of it, so 9521F becomes 09521F. So if we go back to the search and add a 0 at the beginning of the number, you can see that we have 2 results. This is perfect. 2 results, in my experience, is exactly what you want. And I think the address location changes, so you'll pretty much have to rely on the search function. Now, if you know anything about hexadecimal, you're probably tempted to just replace 00095221F with FF, 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 FF to get 42,949,672.95 credits. Seems like a swell idea. However, you can't do this, as when you load up the game, you'll find yourself in negative balance. Though all the testing I did post-game when I was a young lad, I found the maximum you could edit this up to was 7F, FF, 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 which will give you 21,474,836.47 credits. Once you are done, save the file. Don't worry about backups if you did something wrong, because HXD automatically saves a backup upon saving. But if you want extra peace of mind, yeah, you should have done that before doing this. Now we'll go back into the game and see that, sure enough, 21,474,836 credits. Do you see what I mean, that the decimal point gets removed off of the end there? This happens after you go over a certain amount. And this isn't just a display only thing. We can actually spend this money. Let's buy some new ships. Let's transfer some credits. And just like that, you've printed yourself some real credits like a real bank. Future me, the me you're going to be watching playing this, won't be using this cheaty little save editing trick. No. He's going to be doing the whole thing legit. This save game won't even be available on his playthrough, as he will be starting with a clean slate. Well, without further ado, I'll hand this back to Future me. Future me, are you going to start the long and laborious grind of trading now? Thanks for that, past me. So, there you go. Bet you didn't expect a little lesson in hexadecimal. Right, so now that we've got our energy cells at about 5 credits each, give or take, we now need to look for somewhere to sell said credits. Usually, your best bet would be some kind of weapons forge. Oh, like I got there before that, that little buddy did. Where's he from? From the Sun Oil Refinery. And he's going to the power plant, which means he's buying for the Sun Oil Refinery. Beta, I believe. Beta, yes. Is that it?
Turbo engaged.
See, he's going to the
Target now locked on. Shields critical.
Oh yeah, that's a nice target. Okay. So he's going to the solar power plant to pick up some energy cells. Probably because the factory that he works for is out of energy cells. This is a good hint of where to sell my energy cells to before he can get there. You see what I mean? I can get kind of petty. Anything to squeeze a few extra credits.
Target now locked on. Sun Oil Refinery Beta.
That's the one.
Sun Oil Refinery.
Oh, it's got a fair few energy cells. I don't know why he's doing it. Okay, let's have a look around.
Turbo engaged.
Because he's going to still be docking with the power plant, so no skin off my nose to have a look around. could just be trying to get them while they're cheap.
Target now locked. This laser forge.
No, that's got even more. So yeah, no, let's go over here then.
Turbo engaged.
Before the other dude does come back. Besides, I might be able to pick up some oil and go sell it somewhere else. Who knows? Well, I think what I'm really going to need is crystals, I think, from Crystal Fab. They're pretty profitable. Has a fair bit of oil too.
Turbo engaged.
Don't know if it's going to be worth it, but we'll find out.
Engaged.
I should also save this at some point. And yeah.
Docking
The
aborted. Turbo
docking
engaged.
port's on the other side.
Target now locked on. Sun oil.
This is positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Yeah, as I say, I should also save as well. Take out some salvage insurance. 'Cause otherwise I have to start again. That's going to be fun.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keo, the Teladi Company wishes great profit to you and welcomes you on board this Sun Oil refinery.
Connection to local trading network established.
Nice. 16.67 credits for the energy cells. I've almost,
Energy cells
what,
sold.
tripled my original sum. Oh, I didn't wipe my saves from earlier.
Salvage insurance on.
Oh well. I will eventually overwrite them. Let's try buying some of this. 47.58 credits. It turns out not to be profitable.
Turbo engaged.
We'll just reload the save and
Turbo engaged.
try again. Now, I want to touch on something here while we're traveling to the next location.
Engaged. Shields critical.
Let me clear my throat first.
Target now locked
Oh, I don't
on.
need the
Teladi
shipyard.
Shipyard Alpha.
Right. There is there are trading ships running around the game at the moment. AI ships controlled by various factions. Two of which we already know about. The Teladi and the three. Teladi, Argon and Split. They're all trying to sort of keep the game's economy going. So stations will always produce products and stuff. I think there's like a pyramid of like you know, like the diet pyramids that you have for nutrition stuff. There's kind of like a pyramid of economic stuff, and the basis of it all is basically energy cells. Every factory pretty much requires them, and energy cells require, I think it's silicon wafers, although I think only I'm beholden to that. The rest of them aren't.
Target now. Target this laser forge.
So like this laser forge takes in energy cells or Nostrop oil crystals, and they produce beta impulse ray emitters. And these weapons essentially get bought by other species, other races, either for outfitting onto their ships or otherwise. It's quite complicated, but basically there is an economy. I'm not sure if it was present in this game, but certainly in the later games, the different species would build stations to handle massive gouts in their supply chain. To say, like, if there was a massive energy cell shortage, you would start seeing solar power plants being built by that race to try and meet the demand. It's quite cool. So we're going to get 60 credits per oil. That's not bad, but ultimately we actually earned more money through the energy cells, but that was because we could buy more of it. So I think we should probably do some more energy cells for now.
Turbo engaged.
Just to get the initial profit up.
Shields critical.
Shall we just keep doing Nostrop oil? I think the markup from Nostrop oil was actually better. So yeah, as I was saying, the game does try to keep some form of an economy going, and I think that is pretty freaking cool. Now you can also build stations yourself. It costs a lot of money, but you can. Although I think with the energy, with the solar power plants, I think you need to provide your own crystals. Although I think, I'm not sure if you increase, I'm not sure if it works in this game, but if you increase the price, no. I think the transporters, so the freight ships in this game only buy stuff for the stations. They don't sell stuff for the stations. That doesn't come until a later game. In the later game, it gets even more complicated because the stations also sell. So they'll have a set map transport ships that sole purpose is to take the products produced by the station and sell them to other stations for a profit. But obviously in this game, that I don't think that happens. I think it's a little bit too complicated. Oh, I see a transport ship heading over to there. I think that may be from...
Now locked on. This is positive. Please start as soon as you get green position lights.
I think that might be the one from...
Target Vulture is the trading vessel commonly used by the Teladi.
Yeah, that would probably be the one from the solar power plant, so I don't need to worry about that. But I'll show you exactly what I do, because that ship's going to dock with the station. This is pretty much what I do. Okay, he's turning around now. Supposed to go all the way out there, turn around and come back in. Not me. No siree. Violate every safety rule in the book. Almost crashed with the door. While boasting about violating every safety rule in the book, I almost crashed. Yep, that sounds about right. Oh, life's more interesting when you break them, hey. Right. Not going to waste another 10 on that.
Insufficient credits.
Wait, how much is the other ones for? We're buying for 47. Definitely getting more, so about 47.40.
Turbo engaged. Turbo engaged. Shields critical.
Oh. There was also pirates running around in this game.
Turbo engaged.
Oh yes, thank you for updating the objectives for me there, Neppy. That looks perfect. Yeah, so there are pirates running around this game. You can tell what a pirate ship is because their engines glow purple. There is always pirates in these games, yes. Now, luckily in X Beyond the Frontier, they're just transport ships. In later games, they actually get their own fighters and interceptors, scouts, and so on. I think they even get a destroyer class and maybe even a carrier, I'm not entirely sure. I know the Yaki certainly do, and the Yaki is basically the Yakuza. It's a version of the pirates that are more ruthless than the pirates that are a bit more organized. Now, the pirates in this game, you can destroy them if you've got a police license. You can get paid for it. How is that? No, that's just a normal ship. You can tell that that's just a normal Teladi ship because if you can see its engine there, it's yellow or a warm white. I think S.E.T.A is red, Paranid is green, Argon is white or blue, I think. I'm not entirely sure. The Xenon, I think, are about the same color. And the Boron is blue. I think that's all of them. But yeah, so pirates are a good source of income. No one likes them anyway. Yeah. That's okay, Neppy. I understand, I know.
Turbo engaged.
You did a great job. That is accurate to what I need to do. Thank you. The pirates will fight back, but their ships are quite limited. Severely limited, if I remember correctly. Alright. Let's turbo boost all the way to station.
The Teladi Beta IRE Laser Forge Seizewell Alpha. You are talking to the automated interaction system. Make your request. Positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
But yeah, what I'm gonna end up trying to do is basically build an empire from 100 credits. Just fine.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keogh, the Teladi Company wishes great profit to you and welcomes you on board this Beta IRE Laser Forge.
The Whooper Empire. I think in later games you can call stations and ships custom things, so if I make a Thames Den company or something, yeah, we can do something with that. Like Whooper Water Supply or something. So about 62.90 credits.
Turbo engaged.
Oi, where's he from?
Target now locked on.
Oh. Don't know what he's delivering. Could be bad. Oh, he's delivering something too.
Vault target now locked on. Teladi Vulture.
Oh no, he's from the space equipment dock, so he's coming here to buy IRE lasers, impulse ray emitters.
Singularity.
Oh yeah.
Time accelerator.
Keep pressing
Not
J
installed.
because I want to. Yeah, that's not happening,
Turbo
bud.
engaged.
Don't know how much a S.E.T.A costs.
Shields critical.
I want to say it's 2,500 credits or so, but I
Target
could be
now
wrong.
locked on. Teladi Shipyard Alpha.
Egosoft hydro supplies. Crusader energy. Maybe I'll open that up. Maybe when I have capital ships, I can get chat to name them, like we did with Pokemon. That sounds like actually a good idea. Maybe we can do something like, you know, like, I think Yang has those poll things. Maybe we can do something like that. Have a load of ideas come up and then we can stick them on the poll and get people to vote for them. Would that be something you guys would be interested in?
Target now locked on. Sun Oil Refinery Beta. Target now locked on. Sun Oil Refinery Beta.
Alright, okay. Yeah, it's something I kind of want to do. That does sound like it'd be fun.
As soon as you get green position lights.
Yeah, we'll do that then.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of Chaplain, the Teladi Company wishes great profit to you and welcomes you on board this Sun Oil Refinery.
That dude's got no feet.
Connection to local trading network established. Nostrop oil bought.
I got 28 credits. I got enough to buy one more. Let's wipe over these old saves. This dude's footloose. Yeah, it's out the airlock, you see. They're taking a spacewalk.
Turbo engaged.
That was a terrible pun. I'm not sorry. So, Dozel, how was your weekend? Did you have a good weekend?
Turbo engaged. Shields critical. Target now locked on. Teladi Shipyard Alpha.
Yuri fed you. That's nice of her. Been sleeping a lot. I wish I could say I've been sleeping a lot. I was up. I got up pretty early this morning. Edited the video that you saw about me explaining the hex. And then went back to bed, but I got hungry, so I couldn't sleep. So I woke up again, or got out of bed, had something to eat, and then pretty much went to bed again shortly after. By the time all was said and done, it was like 12 in the afternoon. Ridiculous. I had a nap. Felt much better afterwards, although hungry when I woke up. Had something to eat and got on here. Got pizza from her. Oh,
Target
nice.
now locked on. Target now locked on. Beta IRE link.
Standard margarita, cheese and tomato.
Turbo engaged.
Oh, that's nice of her. That was really nice of her. We'll have to call one of our ships the Eureka. Or the Eureka Nyan or whatever.
Successfully docked.
I don't think you can name ships in this one.
And welcomes you on board this Beta IRE laser forge.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear.
Connection to local trading network established.
Okay. Starting to not be as profitable now.
Nostrop oil sold.
However, ore on the other hand, 162. I wonder if there's any ore mines in this system. Don't know.
Turbo engaged.
Mind you, that one over there might need more nostrop oil. Might be profitable over there.
Shields critical.
Never know. Yeah, my weekend was fairly exciting. I spent a lot of time preparing for this, trying to get this game working properly on this computer. I found that it works infinitely better under Arch Linux. But my OBS seems very limited under Arch Linux, which is no good to me at all. Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous.
Turbo engaged. Target now locked on. Teladi Captain.
He's trying to scan me. Getting close, or he was.
The Teladi Bat is a speedy little fighter capable.
Alright, let's have a look at this one.
This space missile factory manufactures
Space
the
missile
Silkworm
factory,
class
they need-
space missile. It combines the latest breakthroughs in quantum. Turbo engaged.
Have a look at this.
Target now locked on. Sun Oil Refinery Alpha. A Teladian Sun Oil Refinery is the place where the flower heads of the Teladian sunrise flower. Target now locked on Teladi Bat. Target
But yeah,
now
as I
locked
say,
on
the
Seizewell
OBS,
Refinery Alpha.
you don't have, as far as I'm aware anyway, you don't have the browser thing under sources. There was various other bits and pieces that weren't quite working under Linux as well. Like for my microphone, I use an equalizer.
Please start as soon as you get green position lights.
There we go. I use an equalizer and a filter on my mic input, and obviously that wasn't present under Linux, so whilst the game worked flawlessly, pretty much nothing else did. Story of my life, huh? But yeah. As long as I alt tab out this game, I'm fine under Windows.
Target now locked on Space Missile Factory Beta. This Space Missile Factory manufactures turbo engaged.
I wonder how much a silkworm missile costs, and I wonder if I can get away with buying a few and selling it to an equipment dock. Don't know. I don't know if you can buy, sorry, I don't know if you can sell missiles in this game. I know you can buy them, but are they just for your ship, or can you sell them? I suppose we'll find out. Because that station has a lot of missiles, and they're going to be cheap. Or at least cheaper than normal. Could be potentially incredibly profitable. Alright, so I brought the oil for 47 credits. Yep.
Turbo engaged. Successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keogh, the Teladi Company wishes great profit to you and welcomes you on board this space missile factory.
Nothing says welcome to the station like having multiple guns pointed at your ship.
Connection to local trading network established.
They may very well be cheap for what their average price is, but that is still beyond my fucking budget. Jeez. At least I'll get a profit off of that.
No straw oil sold.
Good lord. 2,800 credits. Oof.
Turbo engaged.
So friendly, yeah. Very friendly. Touched by the kindness.
Turbo engaged. Target now.
I wonder if I should just
Teladi trading station. Turbo engaged.
keep doing oil run. I want to say that a S.E.T.A is going to cost 2,500 credits, and to be honest, if I got one, it would make our lives a lot easier.
Oil refinery Alpha.
I wouldn't need to keep doing this.
This is positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keo, the Teladi Company wishes great profit to you and welcomes you on board this Sun Oil refinery.
Connection to local trading network established. Insufficient credits. No drop oil bought.
Footloose, dude.
Turbo engaged. Turbo engaged. Shields critical.
I do wonder
Turbo engaged.
where if there's a ore mine where one is. 'Cause I know this station really needs ore, or really needed it. I don't know if it still does. Suppose we could take a look in the next system along.
Target now locked on Beta IRE laser forge. This laser forge manufactures the widely used Beta impulse ray.
Oh, hang on. Someone's coming in with ore. They're in Family We. And they're heading out, so they're going to be a while. That is quite some distance from here. Which tells me that the Teladi maybe have a problem with ore. It's useful information. Because I see lots of asteroids in this system. If I can get a mineral scanner, I can potentially scan each one and work out the best yield for an ore mine. The station.
Positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Turbo engaged.
Okay. I know it's a small little inconsequential touch, but the positioning lights is so rhythmically satisfying. Look at that. Very nice.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keo,
Yep, here we go. Let's have some more guns pointed at us.
and welcomes you on board this
There's one up
Beta
there.
IRE laser forge.
One there. One there. And one there. We have about 4.
Connection Connection to local trading network established. Nostrop oil sold. Nostrop, or Teladian sun oil, is the main Teladi. Turbo engaged.
Right, I think I'll fly towards the south gate, and what we'll do is we'll take a little peek in the next system to see if there's an ore mine that we can buy ore from. As long as it's below 160, I'd say 150, it should be good. Because then it can use up the supplies and we can start selling it more Nostrop if we need to. Although we wouldn't even really be able to sell it a lot of ore, to be honest. We wouldn't be able to buy much. That's assuming that the gate that we're heading to has an ore mine on the other side of it. It might not. That would be most unfortunate.
Target now locked on. Gate greater profit.
There's the gate. So each system can have up to 4 jump gates. North, east, south and west. At least in this game. In this game they are pretty much on the ecliptic plane. They're pretty much all level with each other. They're all facing, well, north and south face each other exactly. West and east face each other exactly. This isn't the case in later games. Sometimes they can be on offsets and alignments, and even rotations. They can be in different places.
Entering system greater profit.
Oh, I don't like the looks of this.
Turbo engaged. Shields critical. Target now locked on. Target now locked on. Teladi Vulture.
Was this a DG Voodoo 2 job? I don't think so. Or were there issues far worse than just rendering? I do know it was graphics card hungry. But I think back then, we just had I can't remember, one of the old, very old NVIDIA cards. It's a game that was made in the 1990s, so I think it's just going to be limited by that factor alone. Oh, getting it to run now. No, the problem is it crashes a lot. The problem is when you alt tab out or that kind of stuff, it just basically crashes and sometimes takes the whole computer with it. I've even had a blue screen because of it. That might be a mine there. Hard to say from this distance.
Turbo engaged.
Hope if I was going full throttle. Yeah, it just throws a hissy fit. I have no idea why. But you're right. A lot of old games, and some even today, just do not like being alt-tabbed out. Oh, some games don't even like dual monitor setups. I think there was a game that Neppy was playing at one point. I think it was The Witcher 3. That really didn't like dual monitor setups. But as long as I don't alt tab out or press the Windows key or anything, the game seems to run fine. I mean, credit to Egosoft. I think it got patched in October 2021. So I mean, they're patching it. It was released in 1999. So they're patching it 22 years after the fact, just to keep it compatible, which, I mean, credit to them. Even old Sega PC ports of stuff like Panzer Dragon and Sega Touring Car Championship at least minimize fine when alt tabbing. I've not experimented that much with the game in window mode. I do know this game has even more issues when you're in windowed mode. For example, no matter what direction you move the mouse in, it will just move it like this. Just constantly like that. And I have no idea why. It doesn't matter what direction you move the mouse in. And also, you can granularly control your acceleration and deceleration like I'm doing here. As you can see on the gauge on the left. Whereas if you did it under windowed mode, it would either go full throttle or full reverse. There was no in between, which obviously is unplayable. And if you try to move around with the keys, it just seemed to have a mind of its own. You can press up or down, but it would start doing stuff like that. Windowed mode of this game is buggy to say the least.
Turbo engaged.
I'm running it full screen. All right. I used to have a joystick myself that had, you'd push back, you'd pull on it or push on it, and it sort of pushed back against or pulled back against your thing. Kind of made it feel realistic in a way. I think, was it force feedback or something? Miss that type of joystick. That was a really good joystick. Kind of indispensable in a game like this. Yeah, I think that's the one. I know the game has settings that cover it.
Turbo engaged.
Oh, the late 90s. What a time to be alive.
Shields critical.
I want to say mine was a Thrustmaster, but I don't know what it was. I could be wrong. I've heard of Thrustmaster. Could be very wrong. Just like I was about this ore mine. I don't think that is an ore mine. Oh dear. Oh, that does sound fun. I know Mafia Mole had some problems with his VR in Elite Dangerous. I don't know if that was...
Target now locked on. Teladi Trading Station.
I don't know if that was the game or if that was just what? Bug implementation. Could be anything.
Target now locked on. Teladianium Foundry Alpha.
Yeah, that...
Teladianium Foundry is a large factory.
That wasn't, Oh dear.
Turbo engaged. Target now locked on. Teladi Vulture. A Teladianium Foundry.
I get where you're coming from with that, to be honest with you. I like Elite, well, I was excited for Elite Dangerous. I liked Elite Dangerous. Even though it's an incomplete game as far as I'm concerned. It's certainly far from what we were promised. And I kind of expected better from David Braben, to be honest with you. I'll sing that man's praises when it comes to Frontier, Elite 2 and even Elite, but I'm not impressed with the state of Elite Dangerous, to be honest with you. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for that, but I really couldn't care less.
Target now locked on. Chip plant beta. Chip plants produce mic.
Unfortunately, yeah, as I say, Elite Dangerous certainly is not as easy to make credits as it is in
Target now locked on. Solar power plant Alpha.
In its predecessor, let's just say.
Solar power plant.
Now, I'm gonna go out and say that I didn't mind No Man's Sky too much. No Man's Sky is a good one, but I'm not sure if it's in VR or anything yet. I know it started off pretty bad, but you have to hand it to the developers. They've really turned it around. They did a good job turning that around. And they've been doing it for free as far as I'm aware. Oh, it has VR, that's good. That might be fun to do. Oh.
Turbo engaged.
I want to say that No Man's Sky was like the game that was very overly ambitious. Unfortunately, it ran away from them, but they've... Whoa, did I just see red? Oh, that's that must be a Xenon M3. I'm getting the fuck out of this system then. As quickly as possible.
Turbo engaged.
Yeah. I can see it now on the radar screen. It's getting closer. VR isn't actually bad. Okay. Like, yeah, I can believe that, to be honest, JJXB. This is what I've been trying to explain to others. I mean, I'm not by any means gonna blindly defend stuff like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which had a very buggy release, or other games such the like, but a lot of things that people don't realize is publishers tend to make the developers work unreasonably, and yeah, they kind of put unrealistic constraints on it, clearly having no idea how developing works, which ends up getting you a dead product on arrival.
Spaceweed drift. Turbo engaged.
Oh, please tell me that's an ore mine.
Turbo engaged.
Yeah. Bethesda being one of them. That famous story about them being, what was it, 1 percentage point or something away from getting bonus or royalties or something. Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Turbo engaged.
It's not like the Bethesda's release of Fallout 4 was any better, was it? I mean, don't get me wrong, Fallout 4 is a really good game, but on release, if I remember rightly, it was constantly crashing. Though saying that, I never had a problem with, everyone else was having problems with, what is it, Cyberpunk 2077? I didn't really have any issues with that game on release. Oh no, that sucks. You'd have thought that they would have, almost doubled down on the VR port of it, but I guess not. Wonder if Star Citizen released yet. No. Oh. I think at this point, Star Citizen's got to be one of the most funded games I've ever heard of.
Turbo engaged.
Oof. Shaky.
Target now locked on ore mine beta.
Yes!
Ore mines are mainly
Come here, you beauty. That does not sound optimal at all. That... Oh... The thing is, Fallout 4 is so immersive. I would consider Fallout 4 to be a prime candidate for a VR release, for a nice, proper VR release. I can only hope that maybe they've got a different department working on it in the background, like they clearly had done with Skyrim or something. And again, I don't know what the state of their Skyrim VR release is. It could be even worse for all I know.
Target now locked on ore mine beta.
It's beta too, which means there's another ore mine in this system. So, I mean, fingers crossed then that they're kind of working on it in the background. They're just not saying much about it to not get anyone's hopes up. The thing is, it just seems to me like a Fallout 4 VR release would be amazing, considering how atmospheric Fallout 4 can be. But maybe they don't want to invest that time or money into it, I don't know. I don't work for Bethesda, so I couldn't tell you.
German Keo. The Teladi Company wishes great profit to you, and welcomes
That's
you
not a
on
bad
board
price.
this ore mine.
Did you get it on sale or something? And I didn't know Star Citizen was that bad. I was looking forward to it because Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen were both sort of there in... Oh, that's a good price. We're sort of there in the ether, but neither were released, so, and people were just like trying to pick sides already at that point. I'm just like, I'd be happy to play both. Not sure how I feel about games companies relying on the modding community just to get their game working. It seems a little bit... Seems to me maybe those modders should be hired. I mean, don't get me wrong. Games development is not easy. It is incredibly difficult, and I do feel for the poor developers who have to develop these games
This laser forge manufactures the
when everybody just rips on it. What is one of them? Yeah, that's possible. And hello, Starcry.
Turbo engaged.
Certainly be one way of dealing with it, certainly. I don't think I've heard of those ones. I'm gonna get into all that shit does. Probably.
Turbo engaged.
We can try. Probably not, though. Oh no, we might.
Successful.
Unbelievably petty.
Connection to local trading network is that ore sold.
That's not really that much of a profit, though.
Turbo engaged.
Definitely need to take that stuff back to the other system.
Turbo engaged. Target now. Vulture is the trading vessel commonly used by the Teladi.
Solar power plant. Okay. I'll have to look into that game so I can be a little bit more versed as to what game you're referring to. Just give me a sec. I need to find that ore mine that I've lost. That over there.
No rockets.
There's no map.
Tactical navigation system not installed.
Oh, because it's a system that isn't installed. Oh, fantastic. I think it's over there somewhere. Oh yeah, it's there. Right, phone. Have a look. Oh, looks like an interesting game. Ah. Even if you get out of it alive, you always end up blowing it up just because explosions are cool, TM. I mean, I've just had a look at it on Steam on my phone, and it looks interesting.
Target now.
I think I'm kind of a sucker for space stuff. Especially games, well, I mean, I'm especially a sucker for games like this, so. I can see that being a very good time killer.
Turbo engaged. Docking aborted.
This is positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Hey. Dozal approach, yeah. Blow them up. Flamethrower.
The Teladi Company wishes great profit to you.
And then fuck their mothers.
This or mine.
Dozel, if you heard that, tell me I'm wrong. Oh, and then slap him with a whooper. I forgot that part. That part's important.
Resources are not sold.
Bloody hell, energy cells are 20 credits here.
Turbo engaged. Turbo engaged. Shields critical.
So I suppose we go back to Seizewell. Which is several systems away, 2 systems away. I think it's going to be north and then east.
No aim.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. There's a red dot over there. I'm definitely going to want to avoid that nonsense. I can see another dot tailing it. So hopefully he's going to be too busy focused on that other one. So the red dot looks like an M3. The white dot looks like an M4 perhaps. I'll explain what M's are in a minute. I wouldn't know anything about that kind of stuff, but that sounds like it'd be interesting. About the extent of my emulation goes is getting Doom to run on things like my 3DS. Oh, it looks like that other ship took care of the red one. That's good. Oh right, so M's. This game classifies ships into categories. You got TP ships, which is no, sorry, TS ships. Sorry, not TP, not in this one. TS ships are small transporters. TL are large transport ships. TLs do stations. They could build and construct stations. M1 is a carrier. M2 is a destroyer. M3 is a heavy fighter. M4 is an interceptor, and M5 is a scout. Typically speaking, an interceptor has better shields and weaponry than a scout, and a heavy fighter has better shields and weaponry than an interceptor M4. Of course, M2 is, wow, usually decked out with weapons and shields. And the M1's carriers can hold a fair few M3s and M4s, M5s. In later games, you get M6s and M7s, which are like frigates and corvettes, and M7Ms, I think, which is missile frigates or missile corvettes, one of the two. And you also get TP, which is transport ship that is designed to transport people. I think I remember vaguely playing Quake once. A very, very long time ago. I think it was a demo. I don't know if you ever had those PC magazines that had a disc with them that usually had a load of demo games on them. That was quite common back in the day. I think that might be how I got my hands on it. And I thought it was pretty good. Unfortunately, the demo didn't really last very long. Yeah. I mean, it's a shame they don't do them anymore, but I know why they don't do them anymore. It's just not feasible, really. I saw another red line. Where's that bloody gate? There he is.
Turbo engaged.
Yeah, I think that's the one I'm thinking of. That's how I found out about... Let's see, is it Star Wars Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2? I think the demo was the B-spin or buy-spin mission, which is fairly mid-game. I think it might be how I found out about Nexus, the Jupiter incident. That was an alright game. And Conquest Frontier Wars, which I didn't mind it. It kind of reminded me of Homeworld 2 to some degree. Yeah, it was. It was awfully functional for a demo. My littlest sister and I would always play it all the time. My middle sister, I think, kind of got a bit jealous of that fact, because I'd just hook my laptop and computer up with a patch network cable, and we were off to the races. But my middle sister was never interested in that.
Turbo engaged.
I think even the demo version came with a fair few multiplayer maps. It was, as I say, it was a very functional demo. We got a lot of enjoyment out of it. No, I don't remember playing the demo online. It was just a local LAN thing. Because that was something you could do with games back then. Local LAN playing. As you and I both know from our school years. Did the school ever find out that it was you that did the ones in the library? They never found out that I did what I did until I actually went to them and said, you know, I have administrative access, right? Yeah, they did. Okay, fair.
Turbo engaged. Shields critical.
Yeah, I got a bit of an earful for doing what I did, but I just told them maybe they should update their systems. And maybe they should change default passwords. That would be a fantastic start. They didn't. They chose to ban my account, so I couldn't access the school stuff, or they severely limited it. I can't remember which. I know it's practically worthless, but one login to an administrator account and a little change here and there later. This is not me admitting to a crime. Because I also worked out how to disable their monitoring software, so because they could like load up the classroom screens on their, like the teacher can load up the classroom screens on their computer and see what you're doing from their computer. Figured out how to disable that, and I mean, the school was actually better than that than the college. The college, you could literally Control Alt Delete and end the process. That was it. The school, you couldn't do that, but you could do it a different way. But at college, yeah, no, you just you just Control Alt Delete and literally end that process, and that's it. The teacher can't see what you're doing. That was fun. Yeah, you'd have thought blocking Task Manager would probably have been your first priority when setting up group policies under Windows XP. But then nothing could really prepare you for, or nothing could really prepare them for bringing in Ubuntu on a flash drive and booting off of that. Age of Empires, I think so. I certainly remember people playing all these weird games. Because I was just like, I'm pretty sure I did not do this. It sounds like your school, Neppy, had a more competent IT tech person than ours did.
Shields critical.
I know one school I visited when I was younger, they had basically hot snotted their USB ports with glue. It's just like, but how are the students supposed to get their homework on and off the computers? Oh, apparently you have to do it through the IT department. Jeez. If that isn't a vector of attack from malware offloading, I don't know what is. Oh, they were supposed to be a technology, so that would explain why they were more competent.
Target now locked on. Gate Seizewell.
We're heading back to Seizewell. Or Seizewell. I used to have an Amiga. I think it's called the Half Amiga or something. The Amiga A600. I used to play Super Frog on it all the time. Until Dad took away the expanded memory card. And when I got it back, it never worked. That's true. I mean, big companies and corporations were storing credit card details and passwords and stuff in databases in plain text right up until about 2015, so some of them probably still do it today. Wouldn't be surprised.
Entering system, Seizewell.
I did, unfortunately it broke. The floppy drive in those things were loud as fuck. But kind of, I don't know, satisfying in a way. You are lucky to have a Commodore 64 to this day. Very lucky. I keep hold of it, man. I wish I'd kept hold of my basic Amstrad CPC 464. No way, shape or form anything like a Commodore 64, but it had a fancy tape drive built into it. Let's see if this station still needs... Or was this a waste of time?
Target now locked on. Beta IRE laser forge. Alpha.
I think it still works and everything then. Jeez. So it still works. Wow.
Turbo engaged.
Golly, I mean, capacitors haven't like dried up and resistors start resisting too well. Oh, they don't build them like they used to, do they? Caps weren't an issue. Wish I could say the same thing about my radios. I got some radios from the mid 80s, and they're the capacitors in them are naff. Oh, yeah, that would make sense. I would imagine the new PSU is probably going to be a lot more efficient as well.
This laser forge manufactures
Yeah, they've still got no ore.
Impulse ray emitter.
That one's still in family. Wien only has 121 ore out of the 650 odd that they needed. Might be able to do another trip.
Successfully. Connection to local trading network established or sold.
Oh, almost 1,000 credits. Let's go find out how much a S.E.T.A is. I don't actually know.
Turbo engaged.
It would be nice to actually have one.
Shields critical.
Instead of doing this all the time. Over there.
Turbo engaged.
It sounds like you're taking good care of it then. That is incredible.
Target now locked on. Asteroid. Target now
That's
locked
another
on.
asteroid.
Asteroid.
Let's see. Commodore 64 was released on August 1982. 40 years ago. That is incredible that it's still going. It just goes to show they really don't build them like they used to. And maybe I will. Maybe I'll bring my camera and take some pictures if that's alright. As long as I give you the photos as well, yeah?
Turbo engaged.
But yeah, in many respects, I kind of wish I kept the Amiga A600 because all that was naff on it is the memory expansion card slot, and I think you probably buy a modern equivalent or something today, no problem. And it would have been absolutely fine because otherwise the system was working, but I didn't really get much say in it. As soon as I got a Windows machine after that, I think Dad chucked it. I bet. I mean... This is why I wish I kept it. I wish I kept the basic Amstrad CPC 464 as well, because that was working absolutely fine. Although it was always fun to... what was it, to write something to a tape and then stick it in my sister's, middle sister's, boombox thingy, so when she went to go press play to put on her loud Spice Girls tape, it wouldn't be the Spice Girls tape in the actual device, and it'd just be a series of screeching tones. I bet it does.
Target now locked on. Teladi space equipment dock. Turbo engaged.
Oh, she had it coming.
Shields critical. Teladi
price
space
come up on
equipment
here?
docks
No.
are basically functional, but
They sell it, so let's find out how much they sell it for.
Positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
turbo
It's gonna be
engaged.
too far, it's gonna get aborted.
Docking aborted.
Mm-hmm.
This is the positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Sure. I think I've seen a few that does, one of them's called Adrian, I think. I can't remember which channel's called. I think Retro Gamer might have done a couple of episodes or so on it, or a couple of videos on it, I'm not sure.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keo,
There's one that actually specializes in the whole thing.
welcomes you on board this space equipment dock.
Connection to local trading network established.
144 credits.
This recently introduced
I thought it was like
product is from the
2,500.
of time and space anomalies. Singularity engine time accelerator. Bought.
We got this S.E.T.A. That should make moving around a lot easier and quicker. See? Much smoother. Check that out.
Target now locked on. Sun Oil Refinery. Beta.
If he makes, if he has VODs, I can pick them up and watch them, because usually I'm working on weekends. I say working. Developing, coding. With my brother-in-law. 99% of it is me getting my ass learned.
Successfully. Connection to local trading network established.
That's cheap.
Nostrop, or Teladian sun oil, is the main Teladi food product. Insufficient credits. Nostrop oil
I think
bought.
save it as well. Not bad. Didn't realise it was only 144 credits. Uh-oh.
Target now locked on. Sun Oil Refinery. Beta.
Oh dear. Battle music.
Target now locked on. Beta IRE Laser Forge. Alpha.
That's like a destroyer going after them. Don't want to be anywhere near that nonsense.
This is positive. Please dock as soon as you get
Oh,
green
no, don't
position
worry
lights.
about it. Just felt a little bit nervous when I saw all those red blips. It's like, uh-oh. That's trouble. But he's gone.
Successfully docked. Connection to local trading network.
Today is a fine day for nostalgia.
And
I've made back the money that I spent on the S.E.T.A. Get some more Nostrop oil. Acquire profits. Lots of profits.
Target now locked on Sun Oil Refinery Beta. A Teladi and Sun Oil Refinery.
Oh, they're gonna need sunrise flowers. That's a flower farm right there. Yeah. Fuck, Paris get
now
money.
Locked on Flower Farm. Teladi Flower Farms.
It is this flower farm.
This is the Teladi
Okay.
Flower Farm, Seizewell, Delta. You are talking to the automated.
Yeah, I don't have any
system.
weapons
Make
at the
your
moment.
request.
That's going to be something I'm going to need to get as well.
This is positive. Please dock as soon as you get green
Okay.
position lights.
I don't...
Docking computer not installed.
Okay, so there is a docking computer in this game. As far as I'm aware, a docking computer just basically makes me jump from here to inside the station instantly. But I don't have it installed. I can't remember which race sells that either. Because I don't need to do all of this, I can potentially save more time. Let's see what a flower farm looks like on the inside, though.
Of German Keo. The Teladi Company wishes great profit to you and welcomes you on board this flower farm.
How many flowers, though, is there?
Connection to local trading network established. Sunrise flowers bought.
And off we go.
Turbo engaged.
Now, where was it? Is that it? I think it was. I much prefer S.E.T.A over Turbo Boost because, I mean, you saw how the Turbo Boost was. The screen was shaking and everything was just all blur, and the shields drain. Whereas this is nice, smooth, and much, much quicker. The only downside is if you move, it ends.
This is positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
I think in this game, you can't S.E.T.A and stay at 0 thrust. It always accelerates you to max speed. in later games, you can just sit there and do nothing and activate the S.E.T.A and you won't accelerate off into the distance. I'm not sure if that was X2 or X3.
Established.
Well, we broke 1,000 credits.
Flowers sold.
We can get a full ship cargo bay of Nostrop oil with 1.29 credits left over.
Nostrop oil bought.
Oof.
Turbo engaged.
I've heard of Wing Commander. I've never played it. I assume it's a combat-focused game. Oh, I can show. Yeah, so you see that red line, and obviously with the bar going towards that red line. If I press J to activate the S.E.T.A, it goes all the way up. That's just how it works in this game. Oh no, there's another red blip. Lots of
Target
red blips.
now locked on. Beta IRE laser forge.
It's gone.
Alpha.
System defense took care of that. I don't like how active the enemy is. Now, the only enemy there is for me at the moment is the Xenon. So those red blips are Xenon.
Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Wait, is that ship docking as well? Can't activate that too close. I don't think so, mate.
This laser forge manufactures the widely used beta impulse
order
ray
Nostrop oil. I don't think so, matey boy.
Successfully
I'll sell
docked.
mine first. So I mean, a little bit petty.
Connection to local trading network
A little bit.
established. Nostrop oil
I'll have
sold.
to check that out.
This laser forge manufactures the widely used beta impulse ray emitter.
The Alpha plant. One I've been going to Beta, I believe. I'll keep going to the Beta one.
Target now locked on. Sun Oil Refinery. Beta.
With this one, I mean, yeah, you can trade. You can actually build your own stations as well. Obviously, there is combat. I think you could get your own fleet of ships, but I'm not sure. I can't remember how that mechanic works in this game. I don't know if you can only hire them for a station or if you can have them follow you. I'll have to, I guess we'll figure that out together.
Successfully docked.
Interesting. I mean, I do have DOSBox installed because obviously I've been playing Frontier Elite 2. Getting it configured though was a chore. There is a website, I think it's Sharoma,
Connection to local trading network
Frontierverse, and I think that they had a guide on how to configure DOSBox properly, but honestly, their guide, I wouldn't even wipe my ass with it. Unfortunately, it is incorrect, and the game does not run very well. So I had to configure it myself, and it's many hours of trial and error. Coming in with sunrise flowers? Yeah, he is. It was a bit of a shame too.
Target now locked on. Beta IRE laser forge. Alpha.
I'll have to admit, I've not looked that much into GOG. I think, Neppy, you've bought stuff from GOG before, haven't you? Like the Legacy of Kern games, was it? Or... Yeah, I just found setting CPU cycles to max. Whoa! Didn't even ask the station for docking clearance. There we go. I just found setting it to max was what was needed for Frontier Elite 2, because I think their manuals, or rather their guide, suggests setting it to 8,000, which is nowhere near enough. Another guide I read suggested setting it to 25,000, which again, nowhere near enough.
Connection to local trading network established. This laser is used in larger... News drop oil sold.
Like a bioweapon. It'd probably be way too pricey, because their stock's pretty low. $1,668 credits.
Salvage insurance allows a recoverable program.
Do another ore run.
Ore is the most... This laser forge manufactures the widely used beta.
Yeah, let's do another ore run. That'll be fun.
Turbo engaged.
Be much quicker now that I've got a S.E.T.A as well. I think that's something that I should probably look at setting up in here when I've got the capital too, is an ore mine.
No aim.
Yes, 8,000. That is, if I remember the guide on their website correctly, they say 8,000. That is not sufficient. It reminds me of trying to run Frontier Elite 2 on my Amiga, to be honest. FPS is not represented by a number. It should read FPS : PowerPoint presentation.
System profit share.
Oh crap, there's a red blip up ahead. Luckily it's interested in the freighters. Oh, no, it's going after that. Oh. Oh no. Okay, that bigger red blip's heading off into the system, but that smaller red blip, where's he going? There's two ships there. Well, that big red blip attacked that station, and now all those fighters have been released, so I might need to buy weapons sooner rather than later, just for self-defense. I do not like the amount of xenon in this game.
On. Gate. Spaceweed drift.
In one of my test games that I did earlier, there was pirates for days, but no xenon. This one, I've not seen a single pirate yet. I've only seen xenon. It's going to be quite a spicy game then.
Entering system. Spaceweed drift.
Boop.
Target now locked on. Unknown xenon ship. Target now
It's an
locked
M4.
on. Unknown xenon ship. Target now locked on. Unknown xenon ship.
Oh, they're coming. They're coming towards me. No, I think they're heading to the gate.
No aim.
Why is the battle music still... Oh, there we go. There's just too many goddamn xenon in this game. Okay. That was tense.
Target now locked on. Teladi trading station.
Oh, I think there's going to be another objective I'm going to need to have up there. Oh, yeah, there. Thank you, Neppy.
Target now locked on. Teladi Vulture.
I've still got a 360 kicking around somewhere, though it doesn't have a hard drive in it.
Target now locked on. Ore mine.
I have no idea if it works. I've not turned it on in ages.
This is the positive. Please dock as soon as you get green.
Car coming up to maybe 10 years at this
Docking
point.
aborted.
This
Maybe.
is positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Okay. In we go.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keo, the Teladi Company wishes great
No,
and welcomes you on board.
I think it was one I got after that, because I think the one that had that issue also started red ringing shortly after, and it was irrecoverable.
Connection
I tried
to
everything.
trading network established.
91 credits for all, that's a really good price. Well worth coming out here and almost dying. Right, that is a pretty planet. Maybe I shouldn't go back the way I came, given I saw Xenon ships going that way. Yeah, because I think the first 360 that I had, it did that, started red ringing and everything, and I think I sent it off to Microsoft to have a look at, because I think they had some kind of warranty program. And whilst my console was away at Microsoft, oh no, there's a come out the gate.
Target now locked on. Gate greater profit.
At least I saved. Whilst my 360 was away at Microsoft getting repaired, my 360 account, I think, had its gamer score wiped and branded a cheater. And it's like, how? I haven't even got my 360 out. How can I have done anything like this?
Entering system. Greater
and I tried
profit.
to explain that to them, but that didn't go down well.
Engaged.
Well, that's fair. Have you had to replace your battery yet, or what was the problem with the PS3s? Still remember that loading ready run video. I have 3 PS3s. That takes me back. Hello, Foxy. Hey, no worries. It will be available as a VOD. Of course, it will be available on YouTube. I think I'll probably potentially upload it tonight. Oh, don't worry about it. You're here now. And I appreciate it. Like I appreciate every single one of you.
Target now.
Oh, hell no. Nope. Nope, nope, nope.
Turbo engaged. Shields critical.
No. I'll risk my shields just so I can get away. I think that's now going to be my almost my first priority at this point, is get weapons. Oh dear.
Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon ship.
Don't come towards me, don't come towards me, don't come towards me. Fuck, system defenses are going after them.
Target now locked on. Beta IRE laser forge. Alpha.
This is Protect Positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Oh.
Turbo engaged.
Well, we made it. We didn't die. Oh, they were less than 2 kilometers from me as well initially. Oof.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keo, the Teladi Company wishes great profit to you and welcomes you on board this Beta IRE laser forge.
So yeah, the Teladi in this game, their basic premise is profit above all else, which is, I mean, fair enough. Now, I paid 91 credits about for each ore, and they sell for 164.
Ore sold.
We are so close to being able to pay off the debt. I think it's worth doing another run. Another ore run.
This laser forge
That is insanely profitable.
Beta impulse. Turbo engaged.
Risky, but profitable.
This laser forge
Where are they heading to? Profit share. I think that's where we head to. Well, hopefully we can get there before they do. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, certainly. I mean, in the 90s, when you had low resolution monitors, this looked amazing.
On gate profit share.
It hasn't aged particularly well, in some aspects. But I mean, you got a planet over there that's rotating. In later games, what they'll actually have is like the planet rotates, but the weather system can go either way. Sometimes in two directions, depending on what's going on that planet. Very, very interesting.
Turbo engaged.
Effects. But yeah, as I say, in the late 90s, early 2000s, this game was breathtaking. Oh, it is. I still like it. It's a fun game as long as you don't alt-tab out of it. Then it'll crash and take your system with it. I have never played Fallout 1 or Fallout 2. I have been meaning to. Oh, Lemmings. Oh, that was another game I liked to play. I think that was on the Amiga as well at one point. Could be wrong. Lemmings is a good game. Oh, I might have to go on to GOG at some point and pick them up.
Target now locked on. Gate. Spaceweed drift.
Oh, you can get Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 on Steam as well. Or are you talking about Lemmings? Oh, okay then. I'll have a look at that then. Did not know that.
Entering system. Spaceweed drift.
Oh, how could I forget about Lemmings?
Turbo engaged.
Okay, the mine's actually up there. I've already got Fallout 3. I mean, Fallout 3 was pretty good. I think my first introduction to Bethesda games was playing Oblivion. I think there was a friend, I can't remember who it was, said that they didn't like the amount of reading that you had to do in the games. And I didn't understand that too much until I looked at Morrowind and noticed there was no dialogue, it was all text. I was just like, yeah, if I wanted to play a visual novel, I'd go download a visual novel. Spoiler alert, I don't. I do not like visual novels. Everyone's got their tastes. I'm not saying you're wrong if you like them. I'm just saying not for me.
This is positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
I remember that video. What was it? What if Activision was honest or something like that? I wish I could use my voice changer to do an impression, but oh, hang on.
Successfully docked.
Yes, I can.
The Teladi Company is pleased to make profits with such as you.
I think.
Welcome on board this ore mine.
Connection to local trading network established.
If I wanted to play Halo, I'd play Halo.
Like that? $90 credits, that's even cheaper.
Or bought.
Now it's gone up to 94. So the game is heavily dependent with its economy on supply and demand. When a station has too much supply and there's obviously not enough demand, the price of the goods go down. And as the station loses its stock, the price goes up. It's basic supply and demand stuff. Hello again, Dozel. Chat's going quite quick today. Might have missed something while I was trying to use my voice mod.
Target now locked on. Gate greater profit.
Okay. Back into greater profit.
Turbo engaged. Entering system greater profit.
Okay, and then to the north. Oh, goodness me. How loud does my neighbours want their music? Yes. You can listen to music quietly? No. Sacrilege. Okay, I don't like that red blip. That's going to be waiting for me on the other side. Theoretically, if I dodge it, I should be fine. Considering I've got nearly 2.5 grand's worth of ore in my hold, I don't really want to die with it, but I did save before I came out, so but I die. I think that's quite an interesting mechanic. You have to pay 10 credits to save because you're taking out insurance. Pretty much almost free.
Entering system, Seizewell.
Like the Teladi made the save system.
Target now locked on, unknown Xenon ship.
Okay, it's about 18 kilometers away, that's fine.
Turbo engaged.
There we go. S.E.T.A will not activate when you're too close to an object, which is why it kept blipping out.
Target now locked on. Beta IRE laser forge. Alpha.
I also have an external CD drive kicking around somewhere. One of those USB jobs. It's like a laptop CD drive.
This is the positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
You want to play Pokemon White and Black? If I remember rightly, those I think I got Pokemon White and Black 2 or something like that. Even out the other way round. If I remember right, they're a bit of a pain in the backside.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keo, the Teladi Company is pleased to make profits with such as you. Welcome on board this Beta IRE laser forge.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about those games. I just didn't enjoy them. Can't remember why though. I think it's because of how tediously difficult it was. Only 128 credits now. Still, it's enough to pay back the debt.
Ore is the most common mineral.
But do I want to pay back the debt yet, or do I want to do something else?
Process of almost all technical goods. Ore sold.
Choices. I suppose I have an obligation to pay back that debt, don't I? I suppose I want to make sure that I've got enough money to be comfortable after I've paid back the debt to, you know, recoup my profits. So I'll do another trade run. I'm just gonna have to find
Forge manufactures the widely used beta impulse ray emitter.
Wait. Need not stop.
Target a Teladi sun oil refinery. The target now locked on. Teladi Vulture. Turbo engaged.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was about the one that I played that I didn't like.
Entering system. Profit share.
Been a while, and clearly it was traumatic enough that I've blocked it out of my memory. I shouldn't make fun of that stuff, but no ill intent intended. Okay, I see another red blip. I think it's... I see a white blip heading over to it, so that's fine. Yeah, go ahead, Foxy. Okay, so when you come into... when you come into the universe... when you, jump from Earth, because you're from Earth in this game. You're on an experimental shuttle that's fitted with a state-of-the-art jump drive, which you're supposed to be prototyping, testing out. Except because it's in my hands, it goes horribly wrong. As I joked, I can't even get a stream working properly without technical difficulties. I certainly can't keep a ship working, so... but basically, the ship arrives in the X universe, well, pretty much limping, broken, and as the Teladi Captain says, going to explode in a few minutes. And he gives you a
Spaceweed drift.
1 megawatt shield, and there's a scanning fee, and that's 3,000 credits. And then he gives you a 100 credit loan, so you have to pay back an additional 500 credits. Naturally, the Teladi are kind of like the Ferengi in this universe. They're very profit motivated, profit driven. In fact, it's a way of life for them. It's funny you should say that. He's a lizard. But she's a lizard, sorry. The Teladi have a kind of flipped gender roles. The males usually stay at home and take care of the eggs and the offspring and so on, whereas the female Teladi tend to go out and earn the profit, or at least from what I remember from the books that I read, or they're the ones that go out and captain spaceships and stuff like that. So chances are the Teladi that we spoke to was a female. So I should say she. It's just natural habit when you're not sure to say he, isn't it? But they're very profit driven. That is pretty much all they care about. And I see that ship is... Don't you dare.
Target
I will
now
race
locked
you.
On ore mine beta. Ore mines are mainly...
This is positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
There we go. Anyway, where was I? They're very profit driven, very profit motivated. They don't really care about much about anything else. They don't have any time for people who have no sense in profit. They kind of get very mistrustful people who, or rather species who don't have any sense in profit. And it is considered a kind of quote-unquote insult to be profitless, to have no sense in profit. So that is the focus of that species. We haven't met any of the others yet.
Connection to local trading network.
Oh, 127 now. I think I might give that a miss. I remember how much we were selling them for.
Target now locked on. Target now locked on. Teladi Vulture.
What is he doing? Oh, through the station. Why not? He's just flying around the station.
Vulture is the trading vessel commonly used by the Teladi in all space sectors.
He's trying to dock at the ore mine. Where's he trying to go?
Is the trading vessel commonly used by the Teladi in all space sectors and can always be found wherever the largest
Foundry in Seizewell.
Target now locked.
This is positive.
I'm heading that way.
As soon as you get green
This is really petty. Even for me. And welcome back. Sorry, I'm being incredibly petty at the moment with the AI. The scene where what he's picking up and where he's heading, and I'm just like, let's see if I can get there before you do, matey.
Network established. Or bot.
Yeah, because he's circling the station. He's waiting for me to stop mucking around. Oh, of course, I've got to find that Teladi Foundry. Oh no, red blips.
Target now locked on. Gate greater profit.
They don't seem to notice me. That's good. What I'm going to be doing is, over the course of this whole series, is I'm going to be exploring the stories of the games, starting with X Beyond the Frontier and working my way through to X4. Systematically going through them one by one. And what I'll consider complete, because you got the main missions, the plot, but you've also got like everything else. So even if you complete the plot, there's still everything else to do. So what I might consider doing is setting up a sort of end game scenario. What do I consider to be the end of the game, as it were? And I think what it's going to be for this game is do the story, do the plot, and have some kind of empire, maybe like some stations, lots of ships on those stations.
Target now locked on. Gate Seizewell.
What, and maybe 10 million credits on hand or something. I don't know. Something like that.
Entering system. Seizewell. Target now locked. Unknown. Target now. Gate.
Okay.
Nothing but rumors exist about this craft.
Okay. 21 don't know where that factory is that I'm supposed to be looking for, but I need to get the hell out of here. Cheese it.
Shields critical.
Even at the expense of my own shields. Hopefully he's not heading towards me anyway. Oh look, it's a pirate!
Target now locked on. Pirate ship. The pirates often use transporters.
Ooh, that's heavily shielded though, and he's got powerful lasers. Yeah, he doesn't want to talk to me.
Target left firing range. No aim.
I gotta find this Teladi factory. That's gonna be nostril.
Target now locked on. Teladi Foundry Alpha.
That's what I'm looking for.
Foundry is a large
Oh yeah, they've got no ore. Perfect.
Teladi Foundry is a large factory dedicated to the production
he's made
of a
it.
hard
He's in greater profit, and he's got 88 ore. So he hasn't got much either. Perfect.
Teladianium.
Wouldn't be able to take any of the Teladianium though.
Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Oh, yeah, this is gonna be profitable. I can feel my inner Teladi salivating. Got the inside of this factory, looks like.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keo, the Teladi Company is pleased to make profits with such as you. Welcome on board this Teladianium foundry.
That's about what I'd imagine a foundry looks like. Looks like an argon lifter docked there.
Connection to local trading network established. Or sold.
I think we've got enough to pay back that captain. And still be left with a reasonable amount of credits to make more credits later. I just gotta find him now. Him, her. I'm not doing that on purpose. I don't know, it's only a matter of time. No, keep my mouth shut. Oh, she go. It's over here.
Target now locked on. Teladi Shipyard Alpha.
Ah, there. See their engine glowing.
The shipyards of the Teladi could never be described as high-tech. Indeed, these large factories are packed with a strange assortment of low-tech equipment supplied by many different races and cobbled together to create a makeshift work area. Long ago, the Teladi, ever aware of the need to make profit, decided the most economic way to build spacecraft was to get someone else to do it for them. They buy ships from other races that are either old, damaged, or just past their sell-by date, which they dismantle and cannibalize, using the parts and equipment to make ships better suited to their own requirements.
See? Profit focused forever and always. That's all they care about. Can't someone else do it? Yeah. Okay, there they are.
Target now locked on Teladi Phoenix.
Hey.
How can we help?
I have returned to pay back the money.
We do successful business, stranger. You could make many credits working with us, Teladi.
Will you tell me where the Argon are?
Now you prove you know how to make profit. We will tell you where the ones of your kind are. To Argon territory, you have to fly through the north gate from here to the Teladi game system. Then fly through the west gate from one sector to the next for many, many times. Soon you will fly through the sectors of a strange race called the Boron. They are strange but harmless. Fly through the west gates till you are in the Kingdom End Prime sector. From there on, the territory of the Argon starts behind the south gate.
Bye. Who are the Xenon?
We know not where they come from, but the Xenon are an extremely savage race. They shoot first without bothering to ask questions.
Who are the Split?
The split are the rudest, most aggressive race you will ever meet. Historically, they have always been enemies to the Boron and Argon. We sometimes trade, but it is a very delicate balance.
What is profit? I don't think I need to ask those two anymore.
Now you have knowledge to begin your journey. Captain of Teladi Company's Spaceweed ship Phoenix wishes you good profit.
Ah, not good luck, good profit. There we go. So, debt paid back.
Docking computer not installed.
Working out now where to go from here. Let's have a look here.
Teladi target now locked on Flower Farm Tema.
Not bad.
Target now locked on Teladi Falcon.
Not the Falcon I'm trying to target,
Now
okay.
locked on Teladi Falcon.
That space lizard should meet Sir Dozel. Space lizard.
Target now locked on Flower Farm.
This is positive. Please dock as soon as you...
Docking aborted.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Teladi are pretty, I don't know.
This is positive. Please dock as soon as you get green.
Also, they're pretty much only motivated by profit. They're alright. They're just a little bit kooky is all. And aren't we all? I'm not sure what that weird voice effect was where the initial part of her responses were in this sort of weird pitch. but interesting. It only really does that for that sort of bit and not for any of the others.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keo,
Thing is, I don't even remember it doing that in the original one, but maybe it's just me.
welcome on board this flower farm.
Connection to local trading network established. Teladi and sunrise flowers are large plants
Yeah,
with
that's not
blue
bad
leaves and
price,
stems,
actually.
and large white flowers that originally grew in the vast open swamplands found on the Teladi home planet. These flowers provide the Teladi sunrise flowers bought.
Paid about 12 credits a piece for them. And it'll be a nostrop oil takes them. Oh, it's all...
Target now locked. A Teladian sun oil refinery.
Oh,
is the
no.
place where the flower heads of the Teladians.
It's already docked.
A Teladian sun oil refinery is the place where
What's he just gone out for? Energy cells.
Positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Okay.
successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keo, the Teladi Company is pleased to make profits with such as you. Welcome on board this sun oil refinery.
Hey.
Connection to local trading network established.
I mean, it's a little bit of profit. We would have made more if we'd have gotten it before that transporter did, but not to worry.
Sunrise flowers sold.
Only 2 credits for energy cells, though. You can see why that one's scarpered to a solar power plant. Which one did it go to? Alpha. In this system, yes? Yes. Can I make it there before it does?
Target now locked on asteroid.
Energy factory there. Hasn't gone to that one, so that one must be beta?
Target now locked on solar power plant beta.
Yeah.
Solar power plants.
So their energy cells are going to be pretty cheap.
This is positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Maybe at some point I'll probably look at getting some cargo bay extensions, but that's going to require me finding a pirate base, I believe. Pirate bases can do engine tunings, rudder optimizations, and cargo bay extensions, I think.
Established. Energy cells bought. Turbo engaged.
I believe I came from that nostrop place. Case of finding it again. There.
Target now locked on asteroid.
Can they give you cargo spaces that can't be scanned? No. Although I haven't been scanned yet, which is weird. Scanning, there are illegal goods in the game that you can trade, but it's usually made up of goods that are legal in one species territory and illegal in another. The Teladi, for example, have Spaceweed, which is exactly what you think it is. It's weed. Yeah, that's right, the Teladi are stoners. And that's completely legal. I think it's completely legal in Teladi space. It's not legal anywhere else. The Argon have space fuel, which is whiskey, which is legal in their space, but not legal anywhere else. It's stuff like that, basically.
The Teladi Company is pleased to make profits with such as you. Welcome on board this
gotta get some of that dank Teladi kush. Yes.
Connection to local trading network established. Nostrop, or Teladian sun oil, is the main Teladi food.
3 credits. Quite a bit. For energy cells.
Energy cells sold.
Oh.
Salvage insurance allows a recoverable program to be put into operation that will enable the pilot to retrieve vital data and credits they have amassed so far. It is available at most space stations situated throughout the universe. This insurance policy is well worth taking out at the start of each trading mission or journey, as it protects a ship and its pilot from the loss of all its endeavors, enterprise, and knowledge they have gained.
You gonna say anything? No. Okay. I believe Swamp Plant is the intermediate product before that gets processed into Spaceweed. I'd say probably keep doing all runs by the looks of it. That seemed to be insanely profitable. Alright. Yes. So before, we were just getting around by doing this because we didn't have it, which is not as fast, and it shakes the screen and moves the ship all over the place. Not ideal. It also drains the shields. I say not as fast. Not as fast to us. The ship goes at the same speed it's going at now. I thought these cost like 2,500 credits. They were only 144. I mean, to me, they're absolutely, they're absolutely invaluable. Well worth 144 credits.
Target now locked on. Gate greater profit. Entering system. Greater profit.
No. I do believe later on, though, that they'll have systems such as Avarice and something like 40 or 20 billion or something like that. Grand Exchange. Oh, pirate ship.
Pirates often use transporters supplied by the Teladi.
Fairly well armed.
Get lost. I'm
Target is now in firing range.
Friendly.
We are scanned by Teladi Bat.
Ooh. I was reading chat, we just got scanned and almost collided with someone who can't fly. Whether that's me or the Teladi Bat, I have no idea. Are there any other interesting races or species or whatever you want to call them in this game? There are the loan shark lizards, but what else? Hang on, this guy's going to message me back in a second. I'll answer your question. Is he?
Continue your journey.
Yeah, there we go. Yes, there are. There is the Argon, the Boron, the Paranid, the Split, and the Xenon. The Xenon technically aren't a species. Spoiler alert, they're the terraformers that were spoken about in the intro. The X races call them Xenon, Xeno meaning alien. I think it's Greek for alien. The Xenon are, well, there's some confusion because some people say that they're robots. The lore, the intro says that they were robots, but the lore itself actually says that they're sentient computers. And there is a difference between a computer and a robot. I know you might want to get quite semantic about it, but there is a difference. The Argon are humans, or rather they're the descendants of humans, although they, spoiler alert again, they don't realize, well, their history is far removed from humanity, and we'll explore that in the storyline. I think it might be in this game. I'm not entirely sure.
Spaceweed drift.
It could be in a few games actually. Oh dear.
Now locked on unknown Xenon ship.
Let's just avoid this.
Turbo engaged.
The Boron are touted as peaceful. They're an aquatic species.
Shields critical.
But they kind of got this dark underbelly of war. But compared to the rest of the X species, they are fairly peaceful. They're very friendly too. The Split are, I don't know how to describe it.
No aim.
I don't know, they kind of feel tribal. They have sects, or rather patriarchs, and it's a very warrior sort of tribalistic kind of thing. I don't know how to really describe them. And the Paranid are paranoid, and they have 3 eyes usually, and they view any species having 2 eyes as being lesser beings. Basically, they're space racists. I tend not to enjoy interacting with the Paranid all that much, but they do have some, later on, they do have some pretty neat ship designs. And I think they kind of do get a little bit better. But, yeah, there's a fair few, of them. There'll be Yaki later. That is basically a more mercenary, hardened form of the pirates. If it sounds familiar, it's because it is. It comes from the word Yakuza. So, they are pretty hardcore.
Target now locked on. This laser forge manufactures the Alpha Particle Accelerator Cannon. Target now. Ore mines are mainly built around
ore mine
small
seems to be
asteroids.
pretty empty. So it's not going to be as profitable anymore. We need to find something else to make a profit.
On. Alpha PAC laser forge. Alpha.
I've had a lot of fun with the Yakuza series. I recently played. Finished playing Lost Judgment, which is based on. It's sort of based on the same universe as. But you play as Takayami, Takayuki Yagami. It's a sort of detective thing, but it's just a lot of fighting. Oh, you know of them? Okay. They're pretty good. I like the ending credits. Yeah, it's a lot of fun going on. I see ships going in there, so it's going to be drained. What's going on over here? Yes, emotional damage cat. The sad-looking cat when you try to exit the game.
Is the place where the flower heads of the Teladian sunrise flower are pressed and then processed to produce the crude oil known as nostra. The refinery requires a constant supply.
I have a fair bit of nostrop oil.
The target now locked.
So do they, though, so they're not really needed. What's going on over there? Oh, all right. No, I pretty much only really played them on the PC. A friend got me. I think a friend got me all of them. It's very nice of him.
Target now locked. Teladi flower farms are large.
Oh, a bit of flowers in there. They're pretty fun.
Target now locked on. Teladi trading station.
The which one was it? The Majima Construction Company. That song is so catchy, it's annoying. I don't know if I can sing it because copyright restrictions. I wouldn't anyway. I think I'm about to get my ass scanned again.
No aim.
Oh. Where are you, little gate? Where are you? Ah, there it is. Yeah.
Target now locked on. Gate profit share.
Another pirate ship.
Target now locked on. Pirate ship. The pirates often use transporters.
Maybe another Teladi one.
I'm not interested.
Same fella from earlier. I'm like, there we go again.
Target now locked on. Gate profit share. Turbo engaged. Entering system profit share.
Yeah, I've
Target
listened to
now
that.
locked on. Pirate ship. Turbo engaged.
Did they just... I just flew through them and they completely ignored me? Yep, you have fun over there. I'll just go and fly over here. Quality of SoundCloud 2 parts 1 and 2. That should be interesting. Oh, it certainly will.
Target now locked on Sun Oil Refinery. A Teladi and Sun Oil.
That's fairly well stocked,
A
although
Teladi and Sun Oil Refinery is the place where the flower heads of the Teladi.
not doing so well in its resources. What about energy cells? It's fairly alright for energy cells. How's that doing?
Target now locked on Bliss Place.
Bliss Place, it's where you get Spaceweed from.
Hidden deep within Teladi sectors, where the Teladi produce the narcotic drug known as Spaceweed from the stems and the leaves of the Teladian swamp plant. Despite being made illegal throughout the universe, Spaceweed is a popular recreational drug used by members of many races and is in great demand. Usually, due to severe restrictions concerning its transportation, it is only traded by space pirates. In an attempt to make the narcotic more acceptable to various interplanetary authorities, the Teladi are currently experimenting with adding a number of boron spices to the drug to reduce its so-called dependency.
If I buy a load of Spaceweed here, I could potentially take it to a pirate base. But I have to find out where the nearest pirate base is.
Docking aborted.
Yeah, it would be. I'm too far away.
This is positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Yeah, let's start trading the herb. But I don't think it would be very profitable if I took it to a pirate base if it's... I don't know. Depends on how much it is.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of German Geo, the Teladi Company is pleased to make profits with such as you. Welcome on board this bliss place.
Connection to local trading network established.
Oh.
Spaceweed can be smoked or ingested through the mouth because of its intoxicating effect and the fact that it is supposedly habit-forming. This plant has been outlawed by the governments of all races, with the exception of the Teladi. It is suspected that the Teladi produce Spaceweed in a factory they call the Bliss Place.
Okay, so... according to this, there is a pirate base in Company Pride. There's also one in Atreus Clouds. I think we're in profit share at the moment. So if we go north into CO's Bugsoid, we can then go west into Menelaus' Frontier, south into Rolk's Fate, and south again into Atreus' Clouds. 1274.45. 1274.45. It might be worth doing that trade run just to see if it does work out to be profitable.
Spaceweed bought.
Unfortunately, I am going to wrap it up here for tonight, though. I want to thank you all for watching and chatting with me today. It's been fun, and I hope it's been fun for you. I'm going to wish you all well, and I will be back on Wednesday at a slightly later time, picking up where we left off. Well, take care. Bye.